Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's Mystic Minute is you are worth more than your money. It's an interesting thing. I spent a third of my childhood in England, and there was a really strong class system there. And you were instantly judged by your accent. Mind you, this was when I was growing up, so it's a long time ago. Maybe they do things differently there now. I suspect not. It's very ingrained in one's culture, but they'd instantly know where you'd gone to school and what class you were from. And it was a way of measuring people. And actually, right after that, I went to India, and even though they had gotten rid of untouchables a long time ago, there was still a really strong caste system there, and untouchables now have gone on to become billionaires in that society. It's a pretty fascinating thing going on in India right now with the whole middle class rising up. And that's a culture that was ingrained for thousands of years up to the Brahmin. Brahmin at the top, untouchable at the bottom. And in this country, we are a country of immigrants, and for the most part, I found the defining lines being educational and also economic. And really economic. Now, you're measured by how much money you have. Though you're also measured by what school you went to, which can determine how much money you have. Though they're actually paying people with PhDs a lot less than they used to. If you're in academia, probably not making as much as your education is worth. And that's a whole other story. But we get measured by those external things. And if you're not creating a certain amount of money, you must not be worth very much. And this really goes into a much bigger, broader, this could be an intensive weekend topic about money and creating money and the energy of money, manifesting money and miracles. But the focus of this Mystic Minute has to do with your worth and the essence of who you are and your value. And from the perspective of consciousness, it's not even a topic. It doesn't make sense from the perspective of consciousness, because as consciousness, you are infinite. Therefore, your value is infinite. You are the creator of everything. Would you place a value on God? Oh, my God's richer than your God. Doesn't make any sense. My spirit's richer than your spirit. Oh, I can see how you could measure that, because Mother Teresa's spirit is definitely richer than your Wall Street trader. Doesn't make any sense. As consciousness, you are infinitely valuable, infinitely precious. Look in the eyes of a little gurgling baby who's not earning a dime, isn't up for a Gerber baby commercial. Infinite love. And that's the essence of who you are. Of course, this also opens up a whole other topic about what are you worth? What is your work worth? What are your products worth? Do you deserve to be paid for your service? Oh no, spiritual work, healing work should not be paid for. If you're already rich, you shouldn't be paid for it. All those, placing those kind of values on things are still very limiting distortions. Of course you should be paid for your service. And why shouldn't that person receive a salary or a speaking fee, even if they're wealthy? Our judgments of wealthy people are also a distortion, and they limit us. If you think beyond monetary, there are people living incredibly rich lives on no income at all, as well as people living very poor lives on a lot of income. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got to do with you and your essence, your infinite value by existing. You are contributing to the world because you're breathing, but really because you are emanating a beautiful light, a beautiful music through your existence. And when you are in the joy of that experience, you're creating such a wonderful contribution to the symphony of life. So imagine what you would be doing in your life, how you would be in your life, what you would create with your life if you took those measurements out of it. So go do that and see what happens. And if you like these videos, you can subscribe to them on YouTube. If you want to know more, you can go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. I put out a weekly radio show and podcast. I also write a weekly e-zine and blog. I do these videos a couple times a week. I hold consciousness meetups around the Puget Sound in Seattle, Bellevue, Tacoma, University Place, Lakewood, and Olympia. And if you want to know more about navigating your life as consciousness, rediscovering your true purpose for being here, and regaining your passion, go to joan-newcomb.com and look at my coaching programs. So go to joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you in another couple days with another Mystic Minute.